So for today's class, we dug a little deeper into the diverse communities of the Americas in the 1400s. So yesterday, we got a basic overview. Today has a little more detail. And I don't have a ton to say to you on the video, but I want to start off with this point. This is the first time we're working as a team, and I hope we get used to it. And here's why I say this. When I was a student, I really didn't care for when teachers or professors had the same methodology day in, day out. It got very, very dull to me. So I hope this class, we can jazz things up. We can do some different things. Some days more traditional, some days more creative, some days more me, some days more you. So today's kind of a litmus test to see how we're going to work out as teams. And I say this because this particular class, we all have the same goal of receiving college credit for this exam. That's my personal goal. That is your goal. We're all on the same team. And it's easier to reach the goal with support. And we all have different talents and skills. And when you bring them to the group, it makes us stronger. Some of you are introverts. Some of you are extroverts. Some of you are good at creativity. Some of you are good at research. Okay, whatever. We all have skills and talents. Let's bring them to the group. And when we can work well as a group, it allows us to do more interesting things throughout the year. I don't think anybody wants straight lecture and notes for 9 months. If you do, sorry, that's really not my style. And I hope we can establish healthy and positive precedents as we begin this class. A precedent is essentially, if you haven't taken government yet, it's a decision or it's a foundation that once it's established, it applies forever and ever. Amen. Okay? So anyway, that's the more general piece. And today's fairly vanilla in terms of how we are going to work as a group. So in the section of your book, they mention 7 indigenous groups, and you can see number 1, the Pueblo people of the Southwest, number 2, the tribes of the Mississippi Valley, number 3, the Pacific Coast from the Shasta to the California Indians, the Iroquois Confederacy, and the tribes of the Atlantic Coast. And then we're going to move away from America proper into Aztec, which is modern-day Mexico, Maya, which is modern-day southern Mexico and Central America, and then Inca, modern-day Peru and Chile. So these are the 7 groups. And how we're going to go about doing it, I'm going to ask you to research your one group of people and prepare a very brief report of what you learned along with 3 slides that you create. I'm going to pool these together to make a class PowerPoint. And I think it's kind of cool that you have a little skin in the game when you make it. So I'm going to ask you to pick good visuals to help make your point. And the 3 areas I'm going to ask you to focus on: geography, where in the world are they located? What was it like to live there? Was it very hot? Was it 4 seasons? Was it very arid? That sort of thing. Culture. What were the people like? What were they a religious culture? Were they a hunting culture? Were they an agricultural culture? And then contributions. What did they contribute to the story? So if you see here, all 3 of these things are the same for all of us. We're going to pool it all together, okay? So when we are done with that, this is going to be our quick review and get into the habit. Every class, this is going to be the breakdown. Try to get that discipline, and hopefully if you learned what you needed to learn from class, you will easily be able to answer this question, which is, what are some unique cultural developments among specific American Indian tribes by the geography or climate in which those tribes lived? What other factors impacted the development of different Native American communities? So I hope it worked out well. I hope that we work together as a team well. And show me that we can do it so we can have a cooler class throughout the year. And last thing, these people, this is the foundation before we start learning about American history in the more traditional sense. You have to bear in mind there was deep-rooted people that were here in the Americas, not just America proper. They had unique geography and cultures and contributions, and need you to know that big point. All right, so thank you for watching.